So right now we're in a sober living home where you two live. Can you tell me a little bit about how you got to this point?
I would love to. So in June of 2017, I was arrested for possession of a Schedule I narcotic, which was heroin. I had a probation violation and a warrant out for me, and I was basically on the run. Ended up going to jail. And in jail, I kind of had I don't want to say an epiphany, but I started coming to God, honestly. I came to God for help, and He answered. And I kind of had a realization that He never left me. I just forgot about Him. So I ended up being sober in jail, and it was the first time I was truly sober in my life. And I decided to make a change and take advantage of any opportunity that would be provided for me to get my life back together.
And Brian?
I have a really similar story. Everyone's is different, but so I was also using heroin for a few years, and I wasn't working at the time, and I also had warrants out. I was in a lot of trouble for different charges, and I was on the run. I slipped up. The police came to my house, and it was kind of like a cry for help. Like I wasn't gonna get clean, and I knew there was gonna be a point coming soon where I was gonna be arrested. So I basically gave up the fight inside, and I was just like, they're gonna come get me, and I almost like I need this. I'm gonna die. That's how I felt. I was like, I'm on the verge of death with where I'm at in life.
So what would you say to people who maybe their loved ones are using? How to help them?
In a general sense, I can talk about it, I guess. With opiate addiction, as well as any other addiction, the best thing you can do is love somebody. You really, just relentless love, caring, and offer to help. But it's a sad truth that you can't tell an opiate addict what to do. You can tell them what to do, but they won't do it. They're not controlled by their mind. They're controlled by a substance. And it is not comparable. I've done every drug pretty addictively, and nothing compares to the hold that heroin has on you. Nothing. But I would say, check your resources. Check your communities. There's groups. Go to any kind of meeting you can. There's Nar-Anon meetings, which is basically like families of people who are addicted. Talk to other people that are involved in sobriety. I think that would have been very beneficial to me to see somebody that had come out the other side, kind of like we're doing right now. Sure. It would have been so beneficial because I would have had hope, And I think that if you're suffering from seeing somebody you love suffering, just love them more and try to do what you can. But when it comes down to it, it's got to be their choice. They have to want it. All you can do is love somebody and push them in the right direction. They have to want it themselves, though. That's kind of the catch-22. But yeah. What do you think, Brian?
I put my mom through a lot during my addiction. I really, really did a number on her, and to the literally just horrible. I was just a horrible son on when I was addicted to heroin, and to the point where she actually got a protective order against me, so I couldn't go back to the house. She was afraid that she would come home from work and I would just be dead in my bedroom. And I realize now that was actually a really good possibility. But since I've been sober and clean, and my mom's dropped that protective order, and I can now see her, and every time she sees me, she smiles and stuff, and we hang out and we laugh, and it's literally the best feeling in the world.
Want to add or say anything else?
There is hope. That's the key. That's what people need to know, is there is hope. Yeah. I got to see it in other people, and that's why I do what I do today. Honestly, that's why I go to meetings every day. That's why I have a sponsor. That's why I have a sponsee. That's why I changed everything. I changed my people, places, and things. I had to. That's the only way I knew that would keep me sober, because I had tried to do it myself and I couldn't do it. Before I got arrested, I checked myself into detox to try to get sober because I just couldn't do it anymore. And I left detox. I walked out after 3 days because I was so sick and I couldn't do it myself. Mm-hmm. So I needed help. So honestly, I can honestly say going to jail saved my life, which sounds crazy, but again, it's an acceptance thing. So, that's pretty much how I got into heroin, and that's what I'm doing now.